All right, let's get this party started. All right. Turning on everything, getting the shoes fixed up. Got my window open because it's still light outside, which is awesome. Got the blinds up so I can see everybody. So I intentionally didn't put in the title of this workout because I didn't want to scare anybody. So I called this workout a bit of suffering. So guess what? You're here now. Can't leave. Time to get in a bit of suffering. But it's short suffering. These are going to be short, intense efforts, kind of like a ladder. But it's good to do some short stuff. In addition to, like Tuesday's night workout was a combination of cadence, strength, and power. And so that was a good way to work on those three things. Tonight, we're going to work on some short efforts that are going to just get you a little bit of snap in your legs. Even though this workout sounds like a bit of suffering, believe it or not, these short, kind of intense workouts are a great way to get the legs to feel a little bit of freshness. So don't fear this workout. It's actually going to be kind of fun. And we'll get it going. So you know the drill. You're in a nice, easy gear right now. Small ring. Easiest gear you have on your bike. You have your towel and your fan ready. Your full water bottle. You're going to consume that water by the time you're done so that you are properly hydrated. So it looks like I'm happy to see that next week the temperatures are starting to go up a little bit. That's nice to see. Hopefully we can continue to start getting outside more and more. At least on the weekend, it looks like a good 2 days, no rain in the forecast. So maybe we can get out this weekend and get in some riding. There are some really good bike races on this weekend that are going to be Milan San Remo, which is the longest one-day cycling, men's cycling race in the season. I think it's 165 miles or something like that. It's something ridiculous. It takes them like 6 hours to do the race, which is normally not the case for the pros. So it'll be interesting. The only way you can get that is if you have GCN Plus, which is a place where you can get bike racing. It's like $50 for a year, and they have various races during the year. That being one of the big ones. So if you're into watching bike racing, the nice part about a system like GCN Plus is that you can buy it. If you miss it, you can watch the replay. So it's kind of cool that you have that option to rewatch it at another time, which is what I tend to do when I'm on my trainer. If I'm not doing a session, most of the time I'm watching a bike race. It's just kind of good to focus on. Sometimes I make workouts up in the race. So I'll say to myself, if they're in a hilly stage, I'm going to act like I'm in the hilly stage. I'll pick a guy. If he stands up, I have to stand up. So you kind of make little efforts out of the race itself, which is kind of fun to do. All right, we got a couple of more minutes till we get started. So to get us going, we're going to do a 5-minute build. We're going to start around our small ring 23. We're going to try to hold between 90 and 95 cadence. And every minute, we're going to shift down one harder gear. And your goal is to try to keep that 90 consistent through that 5 minutes. So the gears are going to get harder. The cadence has to stay the same. So if you have a 28 at the top, let's have you shift 2 gears. If you have a 25, you're only going to make 1 shift. So let's start 90 cadence. 3, 2, 1. 90 to 95. You don't have to be going super hard right now, because as minutes tick by, then the gearing is going to get harder, but the cadence is going to stay the same. So I'm hoping that you guys are feeling, with all the work that we've done in the last year, that holding a 90 cadence for you now is pretty easy. That's what we're looking for. I found when I actually got to get outside that I was spinning so much that I had to kind of slow myself down and say, okay, settle into your nice cadence. So it'll feel different when you start going outside, because we get so used to the stationary position. Shifting 1 harder gear, holding the same cadence. Now it starts to happen too as you shift, is the gears help to settle you. Your legs start to settle in. The cadence gets a little smoother. And it's a nice way to start to feel what gears help keep you in that 90. So this isn't the hardest of warm-ups. This is just enough to get you going before we get into the main set. Shifting down, 1 harder gear, continuing to hold that same cadence. So if you were holding 95, you should still be holding 95. If you were holding 90, then make sure you stay there. Check all your metrics. You know the drill. A little bend in the elbow. Nice, flexible hands. Light on your feet. Keeping the legs moving. Three, two, 1 gear harder. Same thing. Holding that cadence. So Randy just showed to me before we started tonight. He said, check this out. So he shows me this video. One of the women that he works with, she has a daughter who's she's probably 6 or 7 at this point. And so, of course, Dana, her mother, is doing all of the workouts, just like Randy, in the house. So what is this video of? It's a video of her 7-year-old daughter doing her own workout for kids. 1 more shift. Harder gear. Same cadence. So she's literally, she keeps moving her camera and she's saying, okay, we're going to do 10 jumping jacks. If you don't know what a jumping jack is, let me show you. She starts doing a jumping jack. Okay, let's do 10 jumping jacks. She does 10. Then she says, let's do 3 more just because. That'll give us 13. It was so cute. 3, 2, 1. Nice easy gear. Just let the legs spin. Take a drink. I'm sure that last one got your heart rate up a little bit. Got you to start sweating. So I think the best part about that video was, at the end she says, and this is a video for kids. So I'm a kid, so if you know some other kids, then you might want to watch my videos. So I think Dana needs to get on this and get her daughter to start doing kids workouts virtually. Or she's going to have a future in the fitness industry. Follow in her mother's footsteps. All right. Here's how the next effort's going to go. This is going to get us warmed up even more. It's a 10-minute effort. Whew. That's going to be kind of long. We're going 15 seconds, kind of hard sprintish, and 15 seconds easy. We're going to stay in the same gear the whole time. That 15 seconds is going to be standing or seated. We're going to switch it up, keep it fresh. So give yourself, know that you have to pace through this 10 minutes. Don't go too hard, but yet don't go too easy, because I know you can do it. You're going to stay in the same gear the entire time. So everybody, big ring, down to your 15. So you should be seeing 3 gears under your chain. Here we go, 15 seconds, standing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Standing up. Getting it going. Making it happen. And sitting down. So settle in. Of course, this gear is going to keep your cadence kind of low. That's okay. Work within what you can. And up. You should be feeling that saddle between your legs. And down. Now your hands should be in the hoods. This next 15, we're going to stay seated. Keep going. Feel the balance in your pedal stroke. Staying seated for another 15. The legs are probably burning. That's okay. That's a good sign. In your hood, standing up. Don't have your chest too far forward. Sitting down. Keeping the legs moving. We're going to stay seated Here we go. Feel those glutes and hamstrings. That's where your power's coming from. 15 seconds seated. Gonna keep mixing this up. In your hoods, stand it up. Get in a nice rhythm. Feeling tall on your torso. Sit back down. Settle in. In your hoods, stand it up. I like it. Your arms should be a little extended. Sitting back down. So when you stand up, you shouldn't look like this, but more like this. Stand it up. That's where the tall and the torso come from. And no pressure on your hands. Sitting down. Coming up to 4 minutes. Ooh, this is a long effort. Staying seated. It's good to have these in-betweens. In your hoods, stand it up. Get a nice long rest in between this long effort and the next. Sitting down. It's only 15 seconds worth of effort. Just back and forth. Almost halfway there, standing up. Try not to let your hips drop. Sitting back down. So when you're standing up, you want to keep your feet moving across the bottom of that pedal stroke. Staying seated this 15. In your hoods, stand it up. So I don't want you to be looking like this. It should be smooth. Feel strong. Sitting back down. Find yourself being athletic. Keep in. Stick with the game. Stand it up. Woo-wee. What was I thinking? 10 minutes. Sitting down. We're going to go 30 here. Staying seated. If your cadence is between 50, 60, maybe 65, that's okay. In those hoods, stand it up. Coming up to 7 minutes. 3, 2, sitting back down. So it's funny how you get programmed. Of course, you guys know I always say 3, 2, 1. Standing back up. So I've been practicing with the mountain bike team. And we started a tradition from the beginning. We're at the end of practice, sitting back down. Everybody puts their hands in the middle. And I say on 3, we say cyclones. So of course, what did I do? Instead of going 1, 2, 3, I went 3, 2, 1, standing up. And they were all like, what? You were supposed to say 1, 2, 3. Sitting back down. 8 minutes in. Just 2 to go. So I have to start reprogramming my brain. Standing up. Come on, put these last 2 minutes strong. And sit back down. You're going to hold this seated for 30. And the last one, last minute, will be up and down and up and down. You might feel the legs kind of coming around. That's what we want. Standing up. Sitting back down into the last 45 seconds. Stay strong. Be consistent. 3, 2, standing up. Last time standing. Sitting back down, don't shift yet. Hold it right there. Almost done. 2, 1. Shift to your small ring. Woo, easy gear. Nice, take a drink. You deserve that drink. All right, flush out the legs. Let them spin. All right, so here's next. Next, we are going to do 12 5-second blasts. So that means 5 seconds, as hard as you can go. I'm going to give you some gearing. What I'd like to see you be able to hold is 100 cadence. Now here's the key. Normally we do things in minutes. So if I gave you a 5-second effort, you'd get 55 seconds rest. Not for this one. This time you're going to do a 5-second effort and you're only going to get a 30-second rest. So know that 5 seconds, when you really think about it, is about 5 pedal strokes, depending on how quickly your legs are going around. So it's a quick, really quick little burst. What I'd like you to try, which we've done in some other efforts like this, try to start, depending on, of course, when I say go, with different feet. We'll do some of these standing, some of them seated, most of them seated though, because I want you to really get that initial blast right from the seated position. All right, so here's your gearing. Big ring, 21. You can go ahead and go there. So that's not going to be too heavy of a gear, right? If you're 28, 25, 23, 21. So you should be able to get to 100 cadence without a problem in this gear. All right, here we go. In your drops if you like. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And stop. Stay in that gear. Just spin the legs light. Almost like you're not even spinning them, because you're only doing it for 30 seconds. And then 5 again. Staying seated. Here we go, getting ready. In your drops if you want it. 3, 2, go for it, go for it. Come on. And stop. It's going to go fast. Get comfortable in the position. Stay in that gear. This time in your hoods. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 seconds. And stop. 30 seconds. Just enough. Put some life into the legs. Let's do the next one. Out of the saddle. In your hoods. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. 5 seconds. And stop. Oh, yeah. Feels good out of the saddle. Legs are getting some snap. I'm not even going to tell you how many we have left. Just going to keep you going. This time, in your drops, seated. Find that place. 3, 2, let's go. Come on. And stop. That's 5 down. We're doing a total of 12. 30 seconds in between each of these. This time in your hoods, seated. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on. And stop. 30 seconds. This 30 seconds seems to feel like a good time frame. I like it. Just enough. Give you a little rest. 5 seconds isn't jacking the heart rate up too much. And the gearing isn't super hard. This next one, in your hoods, standing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, 5 seconds. And sit. Woo! Breaking it down now. 5 to go. Gonna feel like nothing. Going fast. Legs shouldn't feel so heavy quite yet. Down in your drops. Seated on this one. 3, 2, let's go. And stop. 30 seconds. Nice casual rest. Enjoy this free riding for 30. Next one, you're going to be in your drops. Out of the saddle. 4 to go. I know you got 4 in you. Down in your jobs. Out of the saddle. Let's go. Come on. And stop. Only 3 left. These last 3, you get to decide where you want to be. Out of the saddle, in the saddle, in your hoods, in your drops, whatever works best for you. All right, find that place. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5 seconds. And stop. 2 left. 2 left to go. All right, this is definitely going to have us nice and warmed up for the next efforts. The nice part is you're going to notice more rest for the efforts moving forward. Here we go. Find your place. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And stop. All right, you're up to the last one. 1 more to go. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. I'm sweating today. All that humidity in the air, I think. Pick your place. Strongest effort for the last one. 3, 2, let's go. 3, 2, sitting down. Shift into your small ring. Find that easy gear. Nice. Take a drink. Towel off. My hands are sweating. All that moving around. Up, down, out of the saddle. All right, taking a drink. So you're getting 2 minutes in between here. All right, next. You're going to go 1 harder gear. Don't go there yet. You're going to be in your big ring 19. So we're going to do 8 10-second efforts. But in between, you're going to get a full minute of spinning. This time, though, you're going to get to shift up to the top of that cassette, just leaving it in your big ring. So each time, you're going to shift up to go easy, shift back down to the 19 for the 10 seconds. We're only doing 8 of these, so 8 will go very fast. Just have a lot more rest in between. And why do we do that? We want you to be able to recover enough that you can give me all out for 10 seconds 8 times. That's a pretty small amount. That's like, you know, a minute and 10, 20 seconds. That's it. That's all the effort you're doing. So you should be able to make it happen. All right, so find that big ring. And that 19, remember 28, 25, 23, 21, 19. All right, first one. 10 seconds. Out of the saddle. In your hoods. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. A little longer. You're going to notice the 5, 3, 2. Sit down. Go all the way to the top of your cassette. Try to get your cadence. If you're getting a little bit of cross chain, give yourself 1 harder gear and get that cadence somewhere around 75, 80. It's a recovery, but it's also a chance for the legs to spin. A little harder here. because we're going to work in between a little bit more. The next one, you're going to be in that same gear. You don't have to go there yet. You're going to be in your drops, seated. I'll tell you when to shift. Go ahead and find that gear. In your drops, seated, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shift it up so you can spin as much as you can spin in your big ring. 2 down. 6 to go. See what kind of wattages you can put out. People with watt meters. See what your heart rates are getting to. Now you're holding a little higher cadence in between these. So that means your heart rate's going to stay up a little more. And the last one. This next one, we're going to be in the drops, standing. Go ahead and find your gear. Down in your drops, out of the saddle. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And seated. Nice. Nice job. And with 10 seconds, you should be building it. Start off. You should hear it almost ramp. Hear it go, almost as if you were in a car and you were shifting gears. That's what you want to do with these. That's the beauty. And what you're going to start to feel is how much your abs have to be engaged to sprint. This next one's going to be in your hoods, seated. Find your gear. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Seated, all out. 10 seconds. 3, 2, nice and easy. Woo! You made it halfway. Let's keep it going. Keep that cadence high in between. No lower than 80 if you can manage it. If you're holding 90, that's even better. So if you're riding with a group and the group starts to attack a little and you want to get in the game, this is how you start developing that. It's nice to have this minute. Shifting down to that gear again. This time in the hood standing. 3, 2, let's go. Come on. 3, 2, sitting down. Nice. Woo. Putting out the wattage tonight. We should have this attached to our houses so we can gain electricity. All the years I've been doing trainer sessions in my house, I'd have a ton stored up. 3 to go, guys. 3 to go. Hang with it. You make these last 3 happen. Find that gear. This time, in your hoods. Standing. 3, 2, let's go. Come on. 3, 2, nice and easy. Woo! 2 left. All right, freedom on the last 2. You can pick your hand position. You can pick out of the saddle or in the saddle. It's all up to you. In between, that's the hard part. Holding this cadence high. Taking a drink if you need it. Remember, that's why we do recovery. You get to choose. Find that gear. 3, 2, let's go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, nice and easy. Woo! Made it to the last one. Keep that cadence up. Work it, work it, work it. Liking this recovery. But you might find your heart rate, like I said, still going to stay up a little. Almost to the last one. You pick the hand position. Same gearing. Find that gear. Down you go. 3, 2, let's go. 3, 2, down to your small ring. Nice, easy gear. Woo! Great job. Keep your legs spinning. Take a big drink of water. All right, so you can kind of guess where we're headed. Next, we're going to do 3 15-second efforts, but you're going to get a minute and a half in between. So that should be not too hard because you're going to get a ton of rest. But again, your gears are going to change. The hard part about this one is no standing. I'm going to give you a little easier gear because I really want you getting that cadence up super high for each one of these. So it's only 15 seconds. Then you're going to get a minute and a half to recover from that 15. So think about that, how great that's going to be, how wonderful that's going to feel to have all that extra rest. And that's going to jack up each effort so you can really take it to a high level. So the gear that you're going to get to, don't go there yet. You're going to go in your small ring and your 15. And like I said, each one of these is going to be seated. That's what makes this a little harder than being able to stand up over top of the pedals and get that force. So go ahead and find small ring 15. Remember, you have 3 gears underneath that chain. All right, you get to pick for each one of these where you want your hands to be. 15 seconds. Ramp it up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 down. 10 down. 15 down. Shift up to the top of your cassette. Hold your cadence at 90 to 100. Easy gear. Easy cadence. Keep your legs spinning. You're going to get nice recovery on these. Now you might start noticing a couple of things getting fired up. Surprisingly, the calf muscles. You use your calf muscles to generate that leg speed. Your abs, you've got to hold yourself up every time you do an effort like this. So you might notice your abs feeling kind of tight right now. That's okay. That's what we want you to feel. That means you're doing it right. All right, we're coming up on the second one. Find that gear again. Small ring 15. Again, pick a hand position. 15 seconds, all out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 down. 10 down. 15 down. Shift into that easy gear. Spinning out. Legs between 90 and 100. Minute and a half recovery. Woo! I don't know if you guys are sweating like I'm sweating. This is making you sweat. It's a different kind of sweat than when you do a zone 3 effort. Zone 3, it just keeps on flowing. These efforts go. A little bit of sweat. Increase of the heart rate. Firing those muscles. 30 more seconds till we come to the last one. Decide what hand position you want to use. But remember, you got to stay in the saddle. All right, find that gear. Look back, make sure you're in the right one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'll give you every 5. 5 down. 10 down. 15. All the way back up. Nice, easy gear. Cool down. Just go at a cadence that works for you. Take a drink. All right, 1 minute easy. All right, now I'm going to challenge you the most. We've done 15 seconds of standing, 5 seconds in and out, 10 seconds up and down, 15 seconds of all seated. So now we're going to do 2 1-minute efforts with a minute in between. But the minute is going to go like this. The first 5 seconds, out of the saddle, going hard. Sitting back down, holding that cadence at between 90 and 100. Then when you get to 30 seconds, we're going to sprint for another 10 seconds. You're going to get 5 recovery, and then you're going to go for it in the last 15. Wow, I hope I can remember what you're supposed to do. All right, so we're going to do all of this from your small ring 15, or if you feel like you need to go up to your 17, you may do that. But remember, that first 5 seconds is going to be out of the saddle. So you want a little bit of resistance under your feet so you can get out of the saddle and make that happen. So small ring, 15. Get to it now. You're going to be in your hoods, out of the saddle. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, you're trying to get away. Sit back down. 1, easier gear. Even 2 if you need it. Holding that cadence between 90 and 100. Hold it here. In 8, you're going to shift down, out of the saddle for 10. Shifting down, out of the saddle for 10. Let's go. Come on. Sit back down for 5. Then you're going to go for it. Last 15. Let's go. The best effort you can give me. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Sit down. Recover. Gonna get a minute easy. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. We're gonna do that one more time. Just like that. Now remember, leg speed plays into this. So in between that 5-second sprint and the 10-second, if you put a little bit of easier gear in there, that'll help you spin the legs. All right, let's find that. Small ring, 15, 5 seconds out of the saddle. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, you're getting away. Sit back down. Couple of easier gears. Really go for it. Keep the cadence high. 90 to 100. When I count it down, you're going to do 10 seconds. Out of the saddle. Shifting down, 2 harder gears. 3, 2, let's go. Come on. Sitting back down, just a little bit of recovery. Last 15. And you're going. All the way to the end. Don't stop yet. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Nice job, guys. Drink up the rest of your water. Towel off. Nice, easy cool down. Legs are spinning at whatever Cadence is comfortable. Ooh, that was good. That was a good, tough finish. So just so you know, that's what a race feels like if it's a sprint finish. So if you're a sprinter or you want to be in the mix, you might literally try to get position with that first 5 seconds. Then you settle in to where you want to be. And what starts to happen is lead outs, or people who are helping other racers get to where they want to go, they start to peel off. So sometimes when they peel off, you need to accelerate again to get yourself even into a better position. And then ultimately what happens is you get a little break, and then you're sprinting for the line. So it's total chaos in a sprint, especially when you're in a big pack. If there's a lot of people, it gets really chaotic. And you got to trust your bike handling skills. And you got to trust yourself. You're confident that you can just find the littlest hole and go through it. It's pretty crazy and pretty sketchy. If you've ever watched any pro races where they have cameras on the sprinters, it's pretty incredible to see what happens. All right, keep the legs spinning a little bit more. Even though those were short, hard efforts, you still did an awesome workout tonight. Hopefully you feel yourself, legs feel a little weary. That's a good thing. Just busting them out. This cool down is just as important. Hopefully your sweating process is stopped. Heart rate's coming down. If it's not coming down, then just bring your cadence down. Just go from 90 if you were there to like 80. And feel yourself. Start to listen to your breathing and feel your heart rate. If you can feel it pounding out of your chest, that's not a good thing. You want to be able to feel like you're recovering at this point. That's why it's called a cool down. So you can cool the body down and relax. All right, I'm going to go about 30 more seconds myself. If you want to spin out for another minute, that'll give you a 5-minute cool down. I will open up the phone lines, see how everybody's doing. Made that one a little longer than I normally do. All right. Whew. Great one, guys. That was good. I like that workout. Nice work, everybody. Woo.